Hey everyone, I hope you guys are enjoying Monster Hunter Rise or Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak in whichever platform you're choosing to play it on. And today I'm going to go over the fact that Steam Forged went ahead and revealed a brand new sequel to the, of course, extremely popular Monster Hunter World board game with Monster Hunter World Iceborne. A brand new Kickstarter will be beginning and kicking off on May 18th. Therefore, backers, I believe it was something north of like 20,000 plus, who originally backed the original Monster Hunter World board game, will now be able to kind of expand their original experience, not just with a bunch of new monsters, new areas, new mechanics, and even the Clutch Claw finally making an appearance as part of the board game. Now, I'm going to be leaving a link in the description below for you guys to check out the original Steam Forge page. They're going to go over some very basic details. They give us a little bit of a look of what the box will look like, the Rajang that will be included, and plenty of other details. It looks fantastic. You better believe I will be backing up this Kickstarter, and I will be most likely talking about it in the near future as well. Now, if you don't necessarily know anything about the entire board game experience with the original Monster Hunter game, you should know that Steam Forge Games did partner up with Capcom to create a brand new board game basically back for Monster Hunter World, and now they're doing the follow-up for Iceborne. The original one was back in 2021, but this version will have 1 to 4 players working together, hunting down the monsters across the world in strategic-driven card game combat. The big change here is this time around, of course, other than brand new settings and new features like I mentioned before, of course, with new monsters, is how you are basically bringing over your original hunters into this experience with the brand new Tundra element. Aside from your main weapon, you also have the Clutch Claw available, allowing for close combat with each monster. It's basically kind of like the video game in a board game format. The team will be launching the Kickstarter once again on May 18th when the funding will begin. The goal is going to be released and the goals will be released before the end of the year, and of course more information will be revealed since then. You have to remember that the original Monster Hunter World board game raised north of like 3.5 billion euros, so that was like $5 or $6 million or so by 20,000 backers in Kickstarter in 2021, and there's been plenty of positive reviews since then. Now, I myself have not been able to play that one, but I do have a copy of it. I have a brand new sealed, so it's one of those things where like I never got around to play with it, only because I don't have a lot of people near me that I play Monster Hunter with. But of course, it's one of those things that if I had people to play with, I'll be supporting it even more. And of course, investing and joining the Kickstarter for Iceborne is something that I'm going to do right away. Now, on the official website that they have, once again, a link in the description below, they simply mentioned that they're super excited to finally announce that they'll be launching Monster Hunter World Iceborne, the board game, on Kickstarter on May 18th to fire your Clutch Claw for the hunt. Monster Hunter World, the board game, is already getting rave reviews from backers, raising 3.4 million euros in 2021. And now they're beyond excited to do justice to an exactly awesome, icy new monster hunting experience. The standalone games will feature 1 to 4 hunters. Monster Hunter World Iceborne, the board game, will plunge you into up to 3 hunters with adrenaline-pumping hunts in a frozen world ruled by massive monsters. For the first time, many monster reveals. Rajang, all assets are in development, but of course they showcase a couple of pictures there where you can grab your giant weapon and plunge into strategic card-driven combat. Use your infamous Clutch Claw to get up close and personal with the formidable beast, and stay alert with turf wars where you might yourself finding monster battles interrupted by unexpected and lethal invaders. The more monsters you slay, the better weapons that you can craft, the bigger the monsters you can hunt. By revealing more leading up to the launch on the Facebook Gathering Hub, on the Discord, through the newsletter, you'll be able to see more information on the blog and yada yada. So of course, more details will be available there. They also have a little bit of kind of like a press letter that they sent out. I did get a copy of this in my inbox that simply reads: Steam Forge Games announces the Monster Hunter World Iceborne board game coming to Kickstarter on May 18th. Steam Forge Games is leading tabletop game studio renowned for tabletop adaptations of popular video games like Dark Souls, the board game, Dark Souls, the role-playing game, Monster Hunter World, the board game, Horizon Zero Dawn, the board game, which I didn't know that was a thing, the Resident Evil board games, and more. proudly announcing the upcoming Kickstarter for its latest project, the Monster Hunter World Iceborne game. The Iceborne board game is a follow-up to Steamforge's wildly successful Monster Hunter World board game, which raised $3.4 million, gained over 20,000 backers in 2021. Both board game and official license adaptations inspired by Capcom's hit action RPG video game Monster Hunter World, which sold over 15 million copies worldwide and a sizable smash hit expectations. Monster Hunter World Monster Hunter World Iceborne. Coming to retail later this year, the original Monster Hunter World board game has already been receiving rave reviews from Kickstarter backers and faithful adaptation, captivating gameplay, and high-quality miniatures. A successor rather than a sequel, Monster Hunter World Iceborne, the board game, is a standalone game that will plunge players into an icy new monsters hunting experience, introducing different quests, unique gameplay mechanics, and new line of massive monsters to players to hunt. In the Monster Hunter World Iceborne board game, 1 to 4 players will work together to hunt down a massive monster that roam the wilds and battle in the strategic card-driven combat. The more monsters the hunter slays, the better weapons that they can craft, the bigger monsters that they can hunt. But this time, instead of lush forests and arid wastelands, hunters will explore a frozen tundra. Alongside the giant weapons that they crafted, hunters will also be equipped with the infamous Iceborne Cutclaw, allowing them to get up and close and personal with the quarry just as in the video game. All new to the locale of Iceborne board game are turf wars. Here's where players may find monster battles interrupted but unexpected and lethal invaders. The Kickstarter for Monster Hunter World Iceborne the board game will launch on May 18th, and more details and previews to be revealed leading up to the launch. Matt Hart, the co-founder, chief, and cooperative officer of Steamforge Games, says that we're beyond excited to continue our journey with Monster Hunter World universe, that there are many big fans of the Monster Hunter on the team, and they have the pleasure of seeing how positively the first board game has been received as an authentic, faithful adaptation. Now they're dedicated to bringing Iceborne to life in the tabletop in a way that it does equal justice to the unique experience and hunting monsters through the frozen waste. Get your clutch claws ready. So certainly a lot of marketing talk, but at the end of the day, I think they're doing a pretty awesome job. Again, the reviews speak for themselves. The first board game, again, haven't played it, but from what I saw on all of the reviews, it was a worthwhile investment. This one I'm certainly going to be backing because, again, it looks just as interesting and just as good. And more importantly, it adds a brand new set of mechanics. The turf wars, the new areas, of course, brand new monsters, new weapons, new armors, all the good stuff that you want to have. And, of course, it's created a little bit of an audience. I know there's like a different subreddit for it, a bunch of Discord for it. So players have been able to do a lot of great stuff online with the Monster Hunter board game experience. But that's about all the information that I have for you guys today. Once again, link in the description below for the Steamforge page that will be going live on May 18th for you to be able to go ahead and back up the Kickstarter for this new project. If you're brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. And as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.